That's right, everyone, it's The Beam. Today's June 28th, 2018. We've got 10 new tracks for you. I think it's gonna be cool. This is The Beam.
21st century retro, 80s, 90s, that's how we roll. Intergalactic retro TV. This is The Beam, and this is The Beam.
Yes, it's The Beam, and I've only got a few minutes before Vox Populi, the podcast, starts, so I think we should just get going. I don't have so much time. We're on the time crunch here. I can't believe it. Number 10 on The Beam is a cool one. It's by Caspro. Let me get the art music up for you. I'll see you at the end of the show. There's the music. It's cool. Let's just start it. Caspro. This is Galactic Achievement on the new album coming out, Synth. It comes out June 29th, and he thinks he's sneaky, but I found a separate thing that he posted to his Facebook, so let's listen to that. It's not available on SoundCloud. It's called Somnosphere, and I like it. So let's listen to that. Number 10 on today's The Beam. That's Caspro with Somnosphere. Next up on the list, number 9 on today's The Beam. It's by a group called Something or Other. That's a little silly. What's this? Nope, it's Turbo Rider. Hooray for Turbo Rider. Turbo Rider, the track is Stay With Your Friends. Came out about a month ago. I think it's really cool. It's new for me. It's new to you, maybe. The track is Stay With Your Friends. The artwork is Goonies. Number 9 on today's The Beam. Very cool. I like that track. It ain't no fact. Well, it is a fact. I like the track. Next up, it's by Nuit, Blanches, and the track is Dentelle, Mecanique. The artwork, sexy little black dress with a life vest in the corner. What is that, a life jacket? Hey kid, did you just get out the Navy? What is that, some kind of life jacket? The track is Dentelle, Mecanique. Number 8 on today's The Beam. Hashtag disco.
Dessine juste les contours. C'est clinquant et ça pique. Mais dans une mécanique. Dans ce négligé-là, je casse le cœur au grand jour. Je coupe pour mon discours. Ta main déjà piégée.
Number 9 on today's The Beam. Nuit Blanche. Dentelle, Mecanique. J'adore, if I say so myself. Next up, the track is by Ready Player One from the UK. Very cool guy. Very newish, I guess not new anymore. But new music from 5 hours ago. The artwork's got the guy from Power Rangers. Stranger Things, you know what I mean. The soundtrack, the song right here is very soundtracky. And let's listen to a little bit of it. It's called It Doesn't Have to End. It's number 7 on today's The Beam. How do you like that in your ears? It's a short song, but you should go listen to it on his SoundCloud. Next up, we got 24/7. I like 24/7. 24/7 is a cool dude. The track is Supervention. Came out 2 hours ago on the SoundCloud, but it's just a re-release of a track that came out on Time Slave Recordings on April 5th. I like 24/7. Let's hear it. Supervention, number 6 on today's The Beam. Supervention by 24/7. 24/7, always high quality. That's how we roll. This track next up is by Darknaut. Darknaut. He's not a Retronaut, he's a Darknaut from San Antonio, Texas. That's cool. I'm from Austin. We should meet up, guy. This track is orchestral. This EP, After Dark Machine, is inspired by Darkwave and Synthwave, but with orchestral and soundtracky leanings towards it. This track, halfway to the Crossroads, I really like it. They sent this in personally. This is a submission. Go, want to send your stuff in? Send it to retropromenade@gmail.com. The track is Halfway to the Roads, number 5 on today's The Beam. I like it. It's really cool. It sounds like video game music. Kind of, it's like, you know, those top-down shooters? I feel like I'm imagining one with like a top-down shooters with planes and Castlevania-type Draculas. So video game developers, get on it. Oh, and also I own 86% of the IP, of the equity. So that money's going mostly to me. If you make the game, sure, Creative Commons, whatever it is. Next up, number 4, Lucille. Now, Lucille is made up of... Oh, you know, I never showed you the artwork for Darknaut. There it is. Soak it up, soak it in. Really cool. Okay, Lucille. It's a mixture of A Walk in the Woods, the artist AWITW, and the singer Faith. They came up and they tag teamed together to create Lucille. The track is back to the 80s, and I think it's really cool. Hashtag synthpop from this thing that I wrote down. Wait, what did I write down? Oh yeah, it says, they're your new favorite disco synth-pop band. Well, if the rest of the stuff is like this, I have a good feeling about these guys and their future stuff. Today's number 4 on today's The Beam. Today's number 4 on today's The Beam. Sheesh.
Love how you make me move. Hold me tight. Fill me with your dreams. Neon signs. Show me the
I like it. That's Lucille with Back to the 80s. Let's keep going. Our top three. Number 3, Headroom. I follow Headroom. Headroom makes a lot of really good music. This track is No Different. I'm so French today. It's called The Space Between Us, and it came out 14 hours ago at 11:25. Man, it's so fresh that I need to calm down about it. Hear me, I'm literally raving, looning. I'm looning. Number 3 on today's The Beam, looning. Number 3 on today's The Beam. Really great tracker. It's, what am I trying to say? Wait, that was number 3? No, that was number 2. How did I get there? Number 3. Yeah, I guess it was number 3 on today's The Beam. Number 2, things got switched around. I like this number 2. She is Megan McDuffie, and she creates really high-quality soundtrack stuff. From her SoundCloud, this says original dark synth track off the upcoming indie game Hostile Takeover, pumping, pulsing grit and grime for a cyberpunk world. I like it so much. It's really soundtracky. It reminds me of both The Fifth Element and The Matrix Reloaded, specifically that bass cue on the track Mona Lisa Overdrive that plays during the chase scene in The Matrix Reloaded. Personally, I think that chase scene is one of the best car chase scenes ever put to film. Fight me about it. Number 2 on today's The Beam. Nino, I like the Weeno. I like the Weeno. Weena? The Time Machine, 1960. All right, let's move on to our number 1 track of the day. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I need sound effects. Next week, we'll come up with more stuff. Okay, it's AM 1984. I really like this track. It's playing right now. I'm gonna start it from the beginning though, because it's just the beat is really cool. It came out on Sun Lover Records on 6/12/18, so a few days ago, I guess like 2 weeks ago. It's Sun Lover Records, Italo disco label started up by Vincenzo Salvia and a few other producers I can't remember off the top of my head. This Italian producer and composer, AM 1984, celebrates his love with Italo disco sounds and movie soundtracks from the 80s, dropping his first studio album, Volcano Red Sunset. I like this track. I'll play this in entirety on Vox Populi. It's a really good track, but here's the beginning of it. And number 1 on today's The Beam. Yeah, man, really good track. AM 1984 with Miami Days. It's really cool. Thank you for listening to The Beam. That brings us to the end of The Beam. The Beam is your curated countdown daily retro digest. I changed the name from Daily Synthwave Digest. I want it to be more of a catch-all. Some people don't think they make synthwave. I don't want to offend any artists or stuff, but it's all retro and it's all cool for us. It's nostalgic, and speaking of nostalgia, stick around because Vox Populi, the podcast, with me, hoo-ha, with the booyah, bringing it straight to ya. It's going to be on in 5 minutes. I better get the hell off of this thing. There's the artwork for that. It's going to start. Go check out Power 85 Mixler. You can also listen to it on your phone. Thanks for tuning in to today's The Beam. I said I'd tune in with you at the end of the show, so here I go. Until next time, later, and stuff like that. I need a catchphrase. I need to sign off, but until next Monday, I feel like I had to do this today. Even though I'm very behind, I'm very rushing, minutes, squeezing time, I had to do it. It's a work ethic thing. Let's make this happen. Maybe if I do it, it'll inspire more people to do retro TV. Until next Monday, beam you later. Beam you later.